question for you. At work, if you had to choose between being liked or being trusted, and you could only pick one, which one would you pick? Now, a lot of people would say that they would prefer to be liked, but as a leader, is that really what's most important? Now, today's leadership hack, today's leadership tip comes from Barry Rafferty, and she's the CEO of a company that you've probably heard of called Ketchum. They're a PR and advertising agency with around 2,500 employees around the world, and chances are at some point during your career, one of the companies that you've worked at has worked with Ketchum. And let me quickly read to you what Barry told me.
Hey, really quick, sorry to interrupt you, but did you know that 96% of the people who watch videos on this channel are not subscribed? Do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get notified when more videos just like this one are released.
And she said, I grew up in the South, and I think that one of the hardest things to learn was that it's better to be trusted than to be liked. Sometimes you're going to have to make the tough calls, but people aren't going to always be happy. But if they trust you and they understand why you made that decision, then they will follow you. Now, I know it's very tempting when I ask you this question between being trusted and being liked. It's very easy for us to say, oh, of course, I would much rather be liked. But as a leader, sometimes this is a very, very hard thing to achieve. Because as a leader, you're going to have to make some tough choices in your company. Sometimes you might have to let somebody go. Sometimes you might need to restructure a division. Sometimes you might need to change the very strategic direction of your business. And those around you are not going to like the decisions that you're making. And they might not even like you. But if they understand why you are making that decision, and if you are transparent and clear and open and honest about why that decision is being made, then they will trust that that is the right decision for you to make. So this is sort of like the burden of a leader, so to speak. Now, of course, as a leader, it's great to be liked and trusted, but you can't always have the two. So the leader burden sometimes is that you need to make decisions that might upset others. But the important thing to understand and realize is that people need to know why you are making those decisions. Now, there was a study that was done by Zenger Folkman. They're a research firm, they're a consulting firm, and they actually looked at 360-degree assessments from around 87,000 people. And they found three important things that create trust: positive relationships, good judgment and expertise, and consistency. So I want you to focus on these three things: good judgment, having those positive relationships with those around you, and being consistent with the decisions that you make. So as a leader, next time you need to make a tough call, next time you need to make a decision, don't just make the decision and say, that's it, everybody has to go along with it. Give people some clarity, some transparency, and some honesty around why that decision is being made. That way, they might not like the decision, they might not necessarily like you, but they will trust you and they will trust the decision that you made.